Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you're well. Right, we're back in Utopia again. We're hopefully going to be finishing our orangutan habitat today. So last episode I did a bit more rock work all around the outside, created this sort of ramped edge to the pathway going all the way around the edge as well. That's worked out pretty well. Put in all the enrichment items as well and created this little sort of backstage pathway here for the staff to come in. So a little bit of work left to do here. Actually, I just realised this stone here is just poking through, so I'm just going to take that down. Oh, I want to hide the corner of the rock though, if I can. No, I can't, that's fine. That can poke out, not a problem. Great, so we're going to crack on with mainly foliage today. But first, I just need to duplicate this. Hopefully, directly into this gap is the plan. Yeah, it was never going to be perfect, that, unfortunately. Wow, it's not even straight. That's weird. That last bit of pathway seems to have gone wonky somehow, which is very strange. I might just be cheeky and try and kind of level it out a bit. Right, so I need to extend this. So if I get the ends right, and then I can kind of fill in the middle, hopefully. Now, why did that not align to that? That's weird. Never mind. Right. Okay, so if that goes in the middle, take that with it. Oh, and that one. Hang on, let's go around the other side for that one. Let's fill in that. Now I do wonder how this is going to work. If I can... No, okay, I'll tell you what I need to do. That's fine, I can do that. And I can fill in the top as well. I think what I'm going to have to do is have an extra one of these to cover these joins in the glass, so it's actually going to be smaller rather than bigger, but that's absolutely fine like that. And then we've got, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know why some of it's just when you pull it, it's they're going slightly off axis, but it's fine. Hang on, is there? Oh, there's another one there. Get rid of that. Actually, look at even these top pieces have gone off. I'm really not sure what's happened here. Oh, okay. So the whole glass piece there actually needs to move in as well. Okay, never mind. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, and then that over to there. Okay, how are we looking? Excellent. So that has filled that gap in nicely. What's this gap under here? Did I have a gap under here as well? I did, didn't I? Yes, because it is that same piece. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, that's good. Cool. So that is that little bit done. And then we have got sort of down the back here that I want to look at. Sorry, some dodgy camera work going on there. Let's use this. So yeah, I want to kind of hide the gap where the pathway goes down. So I probably am just going to kind of fill it like this, and then just do a little bit of angle work here as well. Do you know what? I might do it so I completely cover up this fencing at the back. I think I might, just so that it looks all sort of consistent. There we go. Right, how does that look? Good. I like that, and then I'll obviously decide what the pathway does here. So this is now hidden. So the staff obviously are going to come down here and just walk through the rocks, but I'm fine. I've created this little back area for them at least, so you know it's not the end of the world. Excellent. Okay, let's move on. Let's do some foliage. Now this is usually my favourite part, but it's also the bit that can go hideously wrong if you mess it up. But I'm going to try not to, obviously. So I need to find the sort of foliage that's going to look good. See, I do think this one might, particularly around the edges. I think this is going to look really nice. But again, what I'm going to do is just join these together, because you just don't know. You just don't know. You might get to the end and suddenly think, no, that's the wrong sort of foliage for this. Oh, the tyre's gone in the water there already. And I'll probably do some bushes around the edge of the bridges. I think will look good, but I kind of like the look of this sticking out over the edge of the rocks and into the water a bit. Obviously I'll have a load of other foliage included, and I am going to have some palms and ferns because they just look great, and I do want it to look similarly themed to the area next door as well. I'm just going to continue this theme basically all the way around these islands, because this arrowwood doesn't interrupt any of the traversable areas, so it's a perfect one to just fill all your gaps. This is always the problem when you do create big habitats. It's you end up doing the jobs like this, and they can end up very repetitive and long-winded, but ultimately it's worth it because it does look good in the end. Well, I hope anyway. Around this ruin in the middle here, I need a whole load of ferns really, because I want that to look really sort of old and temple-y, you know. Okay, let's go with that. How does that look first? Yep, I like that. That is doing something for me. Great. I do need some different colouring. I don't want all of this to just be green. We have got stuff like this. I do like this stuff. I'm tempted to actually use some of this as bushes rather than trees. I think it could add a really nice burst of colour in places. Not too much, just a few bits like this. Make it look like a bush rather than a tree. I think that works for me. You see, so it's not all going to be swampy. I always like using trees as bushes. It's something I do a lot. I just think it works. It's just a really clever use of the in-game stuff. Simple as that. Just by sinking stuff into the ground, it becomes a whole new material for you to use. Actually, while I'm doing this, I should be heading over here and doing it up here as well, shouldn't I? Okay, and let's just go back to the arrowwood as well and just get that over here. Oops, wrong one. Let's go with the really big one over here. because I want this whole bit themed in the same way. I'll even come in a little bit over here if I can, just get a little bit. Let's go smaller. A little bit of greenery in there as well. Oh look, your orangutan's just sleeping by the entrance there. Maybe he's waiting for his keeper to come in and give him some food. We have got a slightly smaller version of the red stuff here as well that I can try and use in these more delicate areas. Yeah, that's good. That's good. This is fine like it is. I don't need to theme that because that's kind of connected to the other area. Excellent. Okay, what else have we got? No, that's too similar. I do want a few actual trees as well. What is this one? Oh yes, the hedgerow, which I kind of like but not relevant. What do we got? So obviously this is all bushwork here. I am going to add in a few trees, but I'm just trying to find things. Do you know what? I might go with the old palms. Let's see what we've got there. Actually, it's probably more likely to be the ferns, isn't it, that I want? Let's try ferns. Because the silver ferns obviously can continue over from the last habitat. I think that's going to be fine to have a sort of a continuation of that theme. But again, not over the top, not too much. I want to slowly sort of, I want the areas to blend together, but I also want to slowly separate them with the plant work. So this area will have fewer palms than the last one, and it's got these orange ones, you see, and then the next area may have no palms or just a couple of them dotted around. I don't know what you think of that, let me know, but it's kind of it's my theory as to how I can slowly differentiate one area from another. I do like these ones. Actually, these could look really good around the pathways, around the actually this could look really good in here. Look, this is the kind of stuff I need around this temple here. That looks lovely, actually, doesn't it? That's a really nice piece. What else have we got? King fern. Just a few different types of the same fern there. That's fine. Just going to keep moving around and just looking at everything from a different angle, just seeing where I think needs additional foliage. So I don't want to block the view too much. A little bit, yes, but not too much. You see, it's looking good, looking good. This temple still hasn't got enough in it. I think I need something a bit groundworky. I do like these as well, so I will get a few of these in. Again, around this temple, I think will work really well. Do I want them elsewhere? I probably do. I think they work. Quite a bald area on there, but I don't mind having some bits that aren't really full up. You know, it's kind of realistic. You wouldn't have foliage absolutely everywhere. The animals do need some space after all. It's just getting that balance right of kind of filling the area up, but still being able to see see the animals, you know, make sure they can still get everywhere. Let's just check actually that I haven't messed up any traversable areas. Whoops, I've lost my animal. Hang on. Here we go. Good. I think they can still go everywhere, can't they? Excellent. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. I do want to cover some of the grasses with grass, as I did in the last habitat, because I do think it looks really nice if you get this stuff down. If you get the right ones, anyway. I'm going to leave the grass long, actually, because I do think that looks good as well. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I won't, because if I'm going to put this stuff down, then you want to kind of, you want to see it. So let's actually just, let's get rid of most of the long grass, I think, on here. And let's go over to the shorter stuff, and then I can detail it more with this kind of stuff. You can be so careful here because a lot of this is angled, so this stuff is not gonna work. You have to kind of layer it like that to actually make it show at all, but yeah, it's not always gonna work, unfortunately. Yeah, it's really tricky where you've got bumpy land. You really can't do the detailing that you'd want to, but that's fine. I've got a fair bit of land which is flat like this, where I can actually get all this stuff showing through. It's always tricky working. I should have done the ground foliage first, really, but that's fine. Oh yeah, that looks nice actually, doesn't it? Just adds that extra layer of overgrownness, if that's a word, which it's not, but you know what I mean. And then there's quite a bit of land up here actually, which I think will benefit from this kind of stuff. I think most of this is relatively flat. Inevitably you end up with one or two pieces in the wrong place. It's very hard to spot it, and unless you start looking at everything from different angles, it's very hard to actually see where you've gone wrong. Right, let's just come back here and see what we think. Good, we've got a nice clear view of the water tray and the food up there. We've got a nice hill here. What can we see from over here as we come down? We can see the island tree house at least, and you can see that really nicely from up here. Come around here, you've got a lovely view of this temple, and over here, yeah, this is looking really nice. I'm really pleased with this actually. Okay, brilliant. How about the water? Let's have a look at the water. Let's go for some reeds in the water. Now I can use my favorite reeds in the water because it doesn't matter about traversable area, so I can go nuts basically around the edge here. So this stuff just looks great in the water. Not going to cover the entire map with it, but it is going to add some real nice detail into the water here. Might get some lilies on the water actually, that might look nice. And I'll get a few patches of the other reeds as well, I think. Let me just see, is that actually reaching the bottom? Yes, it is. Good. Lots and lots of reeds. I might do a little bit of bushwork actually along here. Might just fill this in completely here, why not? don't even mind bits like this looking quite full up and sort of joined together, because we know they're not. You know, you can see the water in there. You know, when you come down like this, it looks great, doesn't it? You can just see the trickle of water going through the middle like that. I think that looks really good. Let's get some around the outside here, some on the inside. Let's fill this bit in completely in the middle here. Because these reeds in real life, I'm actually working on a gardening project at the moment with a lake, and it's full of reeds like this. And we just have to keep going in our waders, and well, I do, I should say, and pulling them out, which is not easy, but it's quite good fun. Now these ones are too small actually, so no, I'm not going to be able to use them. But let's have a look at the lilies, because we have got some very nice lilies. I don't think the giant ones will work. It's maybe a bit too tropical. I do like them. Don't know, what do we think? No, it's not quite the right look, is it? But I could certainly get away with some of these ones if I get them to the right height. It's always very tricky getting these looking like they're actually on the water, not under the water. Is that on the water? There we go, that's on the water. Lovely. So I won't go as over the top with these, but they are fantastic. So we'll have a few bits around. Maybe a few just floating right in the middle over here. So the joy of doing these sort of big areas of water as well is that you can really go nuts with this stuff. And obviously you can go over the top with it, but it's quite hard to go over the top with it. Again, I'll let you be the judges. You let me know if you think I've gone over the top with this stuff. Okay, nearly there. Let's just have a look. Do I need any in the middle there? No, I think that's all. Actually, maybe just one bit in there. That all looks good to me. Right, wow, we are looking quite jungly now. Wow, look at that. I'm so pleased with how this habitat has turned out. I'm very, very happy with that. So the only other thing left really is, I guess, the lighting. But I might use these again along the pathway, because I just think these work so well. So yeah, I might just do a few of these along the path. Obviously I can change these, I can take them out. I did them fairly close together there, but I might do them a bit more spread out, I think, here. I don't think having so many along here will look good. I think they need to be a bit more spread out. And I'll probably try and get some little benches on around here somewhere as well. I can always change it, but that looks decent to me. So this pathway is going to kind of spread out in some way as well. So obviously these might move at some point. Now what I was thinking of was having lights hanging up in here. And I was going to use these. So let's just come into this. So there's two pieces here. Right, so I'm just going to create a new thing. So let's do that. Let's split that off. And then let's go into here. Because I want these dangling on bits of rope. So we have got in here somewhere nice straight bits of rope. There we go. So let's go on to that. And where's the longest straight bit? Is that 4 meters? Is that? Yeah, I think that's as long as it's going to get. So let's get that. Oh, where's the end? There we go. Let's get that like that. Nice. And then my thinking was that I could have these dangling in the trees here somehow. Kind of on the trees and around the trees. Oh yes, I was actually thinking of putting some trees elsewhere in the habitat as well, wasn't I? I should do that before I forget. Right, let's see. It's always hard actually making it look like it's in the tree. I think that's, there we go. Wow, that one's hanging right down there. Until I turn the lights out, I don't know what these are going to look like, but I don't need too many of them. I'm going to have one right on this corner, I think. Kind of there. Nice. I should get one over here somewhere, hanging in this tree, I think. Something like that. Probably one over the back here. Let's just go to nighttime and see what that looks like. And then I can figure out where else I need some lights. That does look nice, doesn't it? I could do with something up here, kind of right above the nest, I reckon. I might have to fiddle this one a little bit. It might just have to look like it's hanging in the canopy when it's possibly not actually attached to anything. But I want it hanging right in this gap here. No, I want it up there, so I may just have to shorten the rope, because obviously that looks very silly. Okay, now I can't select it, that's annoying. There we go. Let's just go into this. Okay, let's just shorten this rope. So let's put this down to a 2-meter piece of rope. Okay. So if I position this one at the bottom here. And then delete that one. Well, how does that look? Does it look like it's actually attached to anything? No, it doesn't. Do you know what? I'm okay with that. I don't think you're really going to notice from back here. Right, let's just see what other lighting do we need around here. I think that's okay. Because you don't want it to be super bright, you just want enough that it sort of highlights the tree house. And in fact, I don't really want more lighting around here, I don't think. Because I think it looks fine like that. You can see the trunks and the bed area. You've got the lighting around the pathway, and then you just got a few little flames down here. So actually, I think that's all I'm going to do. And in fact, I don't think, let's put it back to daytime, I don't think I'm going to put any more trees in here. I think it's fine. I think it's good like this. There's our little dude still walking around, so our staff can still get everywhere. That's nice. Is he putting some food down for them? What do they eat? I'm guessing fruit and veg. Oh no, it looks seedy. Okay, that's fine. Excellent. I am so pleased with this habitat. I think this has gone out really well. Okay, so I'm basically there, I think, with this habitat. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to make it. Very happy with that. Do you know what I might just do before the end of the episode? So the only other thing, obviously, was to create these little tunnel here, this bit where the water is flowing through. So I may well do that in the next episode. I might just put it to snow just for a minute, just because I love the look of the snow. Let's just see what it looks like. I've got to think about the pathways as well. So let's make sure, yes, I'm on the right one. Let's keep it wide. So I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I want to branch out. So I'm probably gonna sort of branch sideways like this. something like that. And then I like the idea of creating little it's so annoying it doesn't let you do it properly. Here we go. Yeah, creating little bits like this I think works really nicely. Wow, look at the snow. Okay, it's not quite settled yet. And then I think I should probably try and get this pathway. Yeah, so that's going to go up sort of behind here somehow. And we'll have another habitat there. Here we go, the snow is just starting to settle. I don't know what the orangutans are going to think about that. Whoops. Oh, I haven't got the I haven't put the railings on. Hang on, let me get the railings on. Nice, okay. So what does it look like in the snow? And what do our orangutan think of it? Well, they're all climbing up here, which is really good. But yeah, they probably don't like the snow. But I do. I think that just looks awesome. It's just so clever. The way the snow settles on everything just makes everything look so good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's just go back to no weather. To end the episode, I want to actually see the habitat for what it is. I'll tell you one thing I might just quickly do before the end, actually. Just really quickly. I was just thinking of putting on a little bit of smoke in this little temple area just here. I just think that might just cap this area off nicely. If it's just generating a little bit of mist, is that going to be too much? Let's try medium. See how that looks. I don't want it to be too fake, too silly. Yeah, that's quite nice. Just that little bit of mist just drifting around. Tell you what I might do. I might sort of do a couple actually. Might do one sort of there and one at this end somewhere. I kind of like that. Just a little bit of whimsy for me, really. Just because this island here was all about the temple. So yeah, I feel like it needs a little bit of mist on it. Awesome. Right, this has to move because it needs to be. If I'm going to have that pathway there, that has to be in the middle of that little area there. I don't know if I am. I just feel like I want to start getting the structure in so I can really see where I'm going and what I'm doing next. What am I doing next? I don't know. Maybe a cat of some sort. And I'm going to kind of come around the back and then sort of create the backs of these mountains here as well. I have more waterfalls and stuff. But I'll decide that on Tuesday when I do my next lot of recording. For now, that is going to do it for this episode and for our orangutan habitat. What do you think? Do you like Orangutan Islands? I love it. I think it's turned out much better than I expected. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I'll tell you what I might do in the next episode is actually let some people into the zoo as well, just to make sure it works properly. But we'll see. Let's leave it there for now, shall we? So thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and please do leave me some comments. Please do hit the like button as well if you have enjoyed yourself, because that really helps out the channel. And we'll move on in the next episode to whatever our next animal is going to be. I'll decide that when I come to record it. Actually, I probably won't. I've got a couple of days. I'll be doing a lot of thinking about it tomorrow while I'm at work. But until then, do take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.